What's good, R&B squad? This is Hada for Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you're new to this family, we don't believe that you're here by accident. Welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. The word I have today comes from a dream that I had, and this is a kingdom marriage word. And as per usual, as you listen to the details, you'll know whether or not this word is for you. Please eat the meat, spit out the bone, take what's for you, and leave the rest. You guys know how we do it here. So, like I said, I had this dream, and the next day I was in conversation with this lovely married couple. And I remember the brother in Christ, he said to me, and we weren't even on that topic, we'd been talking about something else, and then that topic came up. The conversation switched, and that topic came up. And the brother in Christ, he said, when God puts two people together, when two good, God-fearing people come together, and they truly fall in love the way God intends for a man and woman to fall in love, it's a lot of people that hate to see that. A lot of people hate to see that. And they hate to see it because it's something that they want. See, they want to have that God ordained love. They want to have the kind of love that God puts in your heart for someone and that He puts in someone's heart for you. They want that kind of love that is lasting, and they lack it. So when they see two other people come across that kind of love, they hate it. And even though they hate it and they want it for themselves, here's the thing. They are not willing to do the spiritual work, the groundwork. They're not willing to clean up their hearts. They're not willing to change their heart posture to receive that kind of love. So instead of doing the work, what they do instead is that they do everything possible to try to destroy that love between that man and that woman, who are two God-fearing people that God put together. And they try to destroy it because misery likes company. So it's kind of like, I can't have it for myself, so nobody else should have it. That's the heart posture that they have. And then they wonder why they can't have that kind of love, or why they don't receive that kind of love. If all you put out in the world is hate, if the minute you see somebody else have something that you lack, you hate on them, how can God bless you? How is He going to bless you? And this brother in Christ was saying that so many people in this world hate to see when God truly puts a man and a woman together, and you can see it because the love is different. The love is visibly different between this man and this woman. It's the kind of love where no matter who or what tries to knock it down, it rises above. And that's because God put those two people together. And I'm not talking about some sham of a relationship where people lie and scheme their way into being with somebody, or pretend to be something else in order to have a person fall for them. Not that kind of love. The kind of love where you weren't even expecting it, but God put that love in your heart for that person and put that love in that person's heart for you. And when I heard that brother in Christ say that, I was like, bro, God is speaking. God is speaking because you just preached a whole sermon. What you're saying is nothing but the truth. And it brought me back to the dream that I'd had the night before. So let me get into the dream and then into the interpretation and the message. Now, in this dream, I saw this woman, and she was very clearly a witch because she had this piece of paper. And on the piece of paper, she had this woman's name written down next to this man's name. And she was frantically trying to touch and pick at everything around her to see if she could put some kind of spell together. She was frantically like searching through books and searching online and all kinds of stuff to find spells. And she wanted to cast this spell on this man and this woman, apparently so she could stop them from being with each other or stop them from getting together in the first place. And so when I came away from the dream, the Lord started talking to me about the couple whom that is for. And this can apply to more than one couple. See, the two of you have not even come together yet, but there are people who know that you are in love. There are people who can just look at the two of you and know that the two of you are in love. Some of these people are people close to you. It could be family. It might be friends. It might even just be acquaintances, just people who are observing you guys. And they may be observing you separately because, like I said, in most instances, you guys aren't even together yet. But people can sense when two people are in love. And as my brother in Christ was saying, there are some people who really hate that. They hate to see that. Especially when they're troubled by a demon of jealousy, they hate to see that. For some of you, it's an ex-partner of yours or an ex-partner of your person's. Whoever this person is or these people are, they really don't want to see the two of you together. Seeing the two of you officially together is their worst nightmare. They don't want to see that happen. And it's because they are well aware of how much the two of you love each other. And also because you shine brightly on your own and so does your person. So they're really stressed out about how much the two of you are going to shine when you come together. That alone is stressing them out. These people are some haters. Okay? But the Lord is saying they can cast how many spells they want. They can mix how many caldrons and pots together, stir how many caldrons and pots they want to. They can do that. They can have that. It's go time for the two of you. I heard the Lord say established and fixed where this union is concerned. The Lord is about to move and he's about to bring the two of you together. And this time it's going to be fixed. It's going to be established. It's going to be permanent. I also heard the word official. So before it wasn't official between the two of you, it's about to be official. God is going to make this union official. So that could look like the two of you moving from friendship to a relationship. It could look like the two of you moving from a relationship to an engagement. It could look like some of you moving from engagement to marriage. Some of you are even going to skip the whole engagement altogether and get married. What I do know for sure is that God is making these connections permanent. It's go time. And see what these folk keep tripping on, what they don't understand. These people who concoct spells and all kinds of stuff. They don't understand that when God says it's go time, it's go time. There's nothing you can do about that. There's absolutely nothing you can do. You can hate, you can cast spells. The Lord Almighty said that it's go time for these two people. It's the appointed time for them to be made official. And there's nothing that you can do about it. And the thing is that for some of you whom this word is for, these people who are coming against your union, they already know you're a child of God and they know good and well that they shouldn't mess with you. Even if they were in denial about it before, they know by now that you're truly a child of God because they some of them are still dealing with the repercussions of coming for you in the past. So they already know that this is not a battle that they're going to win, but pride won't let them let it go. They have to try to win. And see, that is where the enemy has them fooled. Because when you go up against a child of God, when you try to fight a child of God, when you try to fight the will of God in that child of God's life, you're never going to win. There's no winning there. And when they go and they try to conjure up these spells and they try to cast separation spells and they try to create chaos, you know what they're doing? They're trying to block an entire tribe that God is going to use for his kingdom from coming forth. See, God doesn't just put two people together just for the sake of themselves. It's something he's trying to birth from those two people. So when you cast your little spells and you mix your little cauldron or your pots or whatever you're doing, you are legit trying to block an entire tribe from coming forth, a tribe that God is going to use. What makes you think God is going to let you do that? What makes these people think that God is going to let them do that? Let me tell y'all something. Not even the devil himself can stop what God has ordained. So why do these people think they can? Who do they think they are? Listen, the Lord led me to Luke chapter 1, verse 45. Blessed is she who believed, for there will be a fulfillment of those things which were told to her from the Lord. So, sir or ma'am, if this word is for you, you have believed from the beginning. You had your little moments where you felt like, is this going to come together or not? But for the most part, you believed what God said. When He spoke that word over your life, when He told you that union was going to come together, you believed Him. And even if you had little instances where you doubted, you still believed Him. So the Lord is saying, because you believed Him, you're about to see a fulfillment of the things that He promised you. You're going to see, He's going to see that promise through because of your faith, because of your obedience, because you stood even when it didn't look like it made sense. So that's the word, guys. I hope this message blessed whom it was for. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.